I pretty much have them like how I ordered them. Like if I ordered 10 of something, it's usually the cover A.
Yeah.
So it's easier to figure out, but still need that picture just to confirm because
No,
it's
for
a lot
sure.
of dicking around, man. Excuse me. Then of course we got the other guys that are helping me. They're doing the toys, just resetting the store with all the toys and stuff.
There's a lot of crushed down there.
Yeah, we got crushed on Christmas, and a gentleman that came in yesterday had a huge collection to sell me, and I bit because it's just stuff I don't have, you know.
Yeah.
And the price was right, so I said, you know what, I need them. Let's do it. Paying for it wholesale, I'm gonna have to.
So does Previews order the books for you then through Diamond, or do you have
Yes.
to? Okay.
I have to approve it though.
Yeah.
So sometimes you might get something that I disapprove because I just sometimes like every night I look at it to see if it's out of print. If it's out of print or sold out, then I can't accept it.
Yeah.
Because then I'm on the hook to try to find it for you. You know, and I try not to do that. Sometimes it just falls through my cracks, or sometimes in the middle of ordering it after the fact, they say it's available, but it'll kick me out a week later and say, no, we couldn't get it. We couldn't fulfill you. So, you know, those are all the factors that go into it. You know, it's just a lot of finagling and juggling.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah. A lot of behind the scenes stuff that, you know, nobody understands, and I don't expect them to. I mean, they expect their books Wednesday when they come in to be pulled correctly and everything hunky dory.
Yeah.
Hope I didn't offend anybody. Hunky dory.
No, it's kind of crazy because
it is. It's just, but everything, you know, no matter what line of work you're in, there's always the sausage in the background that nobody wants to see how it's made.
Oh yeah, for
no matter
sure.
What it is, you know.
How many pull boxes do you have?
Just approaching 200 right now.
Okay.
So, and I have like 60 to 70 set up on the PULLBOX, which is very helpful.
Yeah.
And just makes life easier across the board. Yes, sir.
So, what got you into comics in the first place? Like, where did you start with your journey?
Just really collecting back in the early 70s, like 72-ish I started, 73.
Okay.
And really liked them. Would always take care of them against my mother's better judgment, you know. She always, you know, put things in Ziploc baggies or something, but, you know, there was no bags back then. So I would always, like, steal her baggies, and she'd get so mad. I don't spend all this money for you to put your comic books in them. So eventually started seeing bags coming out, like, maybe 74 or 75. I'm sure there were other places prior, but
yeah,
a 10-year-old kid, where am I finding them? You know what I mean? But I always thought of, you know, keeping my books nice, and everybody thought I was nuts.
So was there comic shops like this around back then, or was it more
There's
like
a
where'd
place
you get
on
them
Monroe
from?
Ave called Village Green Bookstore.
Okay. So
had a big Wegmans paper bag full of comics, and I went down because we had to go downstairs there, and I figured, you know, I just want some money so I could buy new stuff that I want to collect. These were things I just had. The guy goes, I'll give you 75 cents. And I'm like, no, I don't think I want 75 cents for these, you know. Especially, you know, back then comics were like 20, 25 cents each. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to spend that. I don't want that. So I left there all like, oh my gosh, you know, this, you know, what, you know, I don't know, is that proper? I don't know. Comics really not worth nothing, you know, I don't know. So I stayed with it. And that's it. Just through the years, you know, you go through your phases of your passions, whether it's sports or football or your favorite football team or baseball team. Then you fall out, you go back, and that was pretty much the relationship with comics I had for 50 years, 45 years, Cheryl.
Okay. So then what got you back into it to the point where you're like, you know what, I'm going to open my own shop?
It was mostly out of helping out my father-in-law because he owned my original building that I was in next door.
Okay.
And he came to me and he goes, you know, he goes, I need something in there. He goes, do something. So I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
I just threw a dart and I said, let me try comic books. Pretty much it. My wife, excuse me, it was about 8 years ago. We usually go get our Christmas tree the Friday the Friday after Thanksgiving,
Yep.
not Black Friday, but the next week. We usually go that weekend, so we usually go cut it down. And then she was like, was sitting there out there on West Ridge Road by where Brewski's is, out there by 259.
Yep.
We're sitting there eating dinner, and because we just got our tree, and I'm looking out the window. Oh, look at that store over there. That'd be kind of cool for a comic book store. There's a little cigar shop over there.
Okay.
She goes, that looks like a rat hole. She goes, my father's got that place on Dewey. I'm like, and then everything just started,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he said, he goes, he's the one who said, yeah, do it.
That's
So
awesome.
I jumped on. He said, yeah, wouldn't, no rent. He goes, I want somebody there.
Yeah.
Be there. He's all in charge of rent. I'm like, okay, cool. So they go flash forward about 6 to 8 months. He walks in and I was real busy that day, and he goes, two things. He goes, I'm either going to charge you a lot of rent, or he goes, I just want to sell everything, because, he was 76, 77 at the time. He's ready to get out.
Yeah.
So I talked to my wife, and we decided to buy the corner from him. So I bought this building, my old building, and the building next door, the tax place.
Okay.
And the rest, they say, is history. So we opened, like I said, it's been 8 years since we had the epiphany, Christmas time. We opened the following March of 2015. And this year will be 7 years. March will make it 7 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And
that's awesome.
It's been pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Or was that 14? I think it was 14. It's going to be 8 years.
Okay.
And yeah, that's it. And I had no idea what I was doing, and it just kept snowballing.
Yeah.
So
did you originally start like pulling from your own collection?
No,
or?
it was just stuff I bought through garage selling, and
Okay.
you find a couple of people that are looking at the collectors. Hey, Mike, what's going on? And that's really it. And then it just builds, because now once you're established, people start bringing you stuff and trading stuff, and it just builds.
Yeah.
Like, you brought me some stuff last week.
Yep.
I have so much of that stuff. It's just good backup,
Yeah.
as long as I don't have to pay a lot for it, I don't mind buying it. Especially Spider-Man stuff.
Yeah.
It always moves.
It's always on the move.
Spidey, Batman, just doing whatever's the flavor of the day, key collector.
Yeah.
Those titles, whether it's Avengers or Daredevil.
Yeah, it seems like the price only keeps going up.
Yeah. The pandemic was godsend in a way, because it really established me as a store in the area. And I wasn't, I never let it really affect me.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed open. I just,
Yeah.
I'm one of those people. So I'm sorry, if I offend somebody, I don't really care. It's just, that's my business model. You have to go, you just fight through whatever's in front of you, and you hopefully win the battle.
Yeah.
So far,
no, for sure.
Knock on wood, I'm winning the battle. Someday I might not, so it's okay.
Yeah.
You got to do it while you can. I'm 57 now, so my prime years are now, or
for sure,
or forevermore. No more.
Yeah.
So I gotta make it while I can, because government ain't helping me. Nobody's helping me. I gotta help myself.
Yeah.
So that's it.
What's that one book that you'll just never give up?
For my personal collection?
Yeah.
Probably half a dozen or so.
Okay.
Like my first crew, Tales of Astonished 13, Daredevil 1. What's up?
Is it
My camera.
Oh.
Say hi.
Hi. Can you cut this?
It's funny, because most of them people are looking for. Like that. What was that one the Alex Trebek?
Yeah.
I know it's a
like something
common,
like
and it's
that.
$11 pop. There's no Alex Trebek pops just walking in the store anymore.
Yeah.
So throw 15 on it. I give 10% off, 15% off anyways. What's the difference, And that's pretty much my business model, giving out good deals so people keep coming back. And
Yeah.
a lot of lost leads, if people know what that is. It's just freebies.
Mm-hmm.
Come in, we'll hook you up. Kids come in. I got this area here set up for kids. I mean, I know eventually your kids will come in and doing that, and it's a good area. And you know what? So what if they damage the book? It's just a book. What's it cost me? $3? Take it. Oh,
Yeah.
no, I'll pay for it. No, just take it. Let them enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's already ruined it. I can't sell it. No, I don't do that,
Yep.
It's the point of getting, you walk in here with your kid, I pretty much engage with your kid.
Yeah.
If they're able to have a conversation with me. I try to ignore you, because I want them to pick your pocket, not me.
Yeah.
It's easier for their kid to pick their pocket, because I don't want to do that to people. I don't like put people on the spot, but I like engaging with the child because he's my future. You know,
Yeah.
you know, you got the purse string, so it's a cyclical thing. So
Yep. You got to keep building it up, and
yeah,
yeah.
especially with the young kids, because there's not a whole lot of young kids coming in, and most of these guys, just anywhere, you know, wherever, it doesn't matter where you are city-wise, whether it's Chicago or Denver. You know, I'm sure there's a lot of curmudgeons behind that counter that don't engage anybody. So
Yeah.
that's just the way they do it. That's not. See, I'm not a. I feel myself to be more of a proprietor than a collector.
Mm-hmm.
Getting back to the half a dozen I said I want to get rid of. That
Yep.
was to Astonish 13 because it's first group. Daredevil 1 because he's my favorite hero. Hulk 181 because that was a book I bought as a kid that I still have. It's an 8.5. I'm
Nice.
happy about that. You know?
Yeah.
Those are three of them. Maybe those are probably my big three that I probably would never try. I would try to never to get rid of those for any reason.
Yeah.
And there's just so many cool books after that. I don't know. I think those are my big three though.
Nice.
I you know, just price wise, amazing 300. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Who thought? I mean, Ultimate Fallout. I mean, that book has no. That's the new AF-15. It just has no ceiling. You know?
Yeah.
I believe that book is just buy it.
Yep.
Doesn't matter where you buy it right now because you're always gonna be able to turn it.
For sure.
Don't worry about the price. Just buy it. That's all I tell everybody on that book. Even the 300s. I don't think that book's ever gonna. You know, I just don't think it'll ever go like this. And
Mm-hmm.
it might stay like this for a while and ripple, but it'll never do this. It's just gonna stay steady.
Yeah.
You know, it's just gonna step up. So
Makes sense.
yeah.
All right, so let's take a quick tour of the shop. So this is just one of the metal walls that Chet puts up. It's all silver, bronze. Sometimes you'll get a golden age book on there, but typically silver, bronze, some copper. Just those really nice old school books from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. And then obviously through here you've got like Alpha Flight. Everything's in order by number and by title, which is really amazing because you can see that Chet and his team really take care of their books and really want just everything to be like it would be if it was yours. That's probably the best part about this is you get to see what it looks like when someone who's been collecting since, as he said, the 70s realizes, hey, there's value in these. Someone absolutely is going to love this. I'm going to take good care of it until they come find it. And that's just the amazing part about this is you can tell that Chet and his entire team are collectors themselves. They care about the books. They care about the family of people that they've built relationships with. You heard him say he has almost 200 pull boxes in, I mean, frankly, a pretty small suburb compared to other places. The suburb of Greece is probably only a couple 100,000 people, and he's not the only comic shop in the area. Like a lot of other people say, hey, well, I've got one comic shop within an hour of me. There's probably a good dozen within an hour of this place, and honestly, out of all the ones that I've been to, this is probably one of the best comic shops I've ever been to. And so there's another little bit of metal wall. This is where all of the new books go on that wall, and then you've got some dollar bins right there as well. And so like right here's the dollar bins. Each of these are books that just are extras. They aren't too old. They're typically from the early 2000s to current. Anything that just isn't selling at cover price. This is where a lot of books kind of sit for quite some time if they just haven't sold, or there's like a couple left and it's like, well, the nice thing is he likes to put books in the hands of people who want them. So selling a book at a $2, $3 loss is not a problem because he's made the money off of the huge runs of it that he's sold already, and these are just kind of backups. And then you've got some really awesome books here as well, some variant covers, complete sets, limited series, all that fun stuff, Midnight Suns, and just more books that kind of really don't have a place where they truly belong. So like there's some Fantastic Four in there, but it's like all variant Fantastic Fours or newer, more expensive Fantastic Fours that just don't belong in these back issue boxes that you see below all the new issues. So the cool part about this is that everything here is new issues on top, new releases for that week. Down below is all the Marvel back issues from the past few weeks and indies. And then right below that is all the DCs and more independents as well. Then there's some pops, some older dollar comics that are just $1 a piece and whatnot. Table of pops below, all of them are back issues from 2015 to current typically, that just haven't sold yet and don't belong in any other boxes yet. As you can see, a wall of pops, a wall of toys and other collectibles, and on top of all the metal walls that he has are other collectibles, shirts, mugs, toys, Funko Pops, calendars, anything and everything that you could possibly want for your own comics lounge. Chet's got them at RHINOS Comics, and honestly, I couldn't think of a better comic shop to have as my own local comic shop. With all that being said, stay nerdy, comic fam. We'll see you soon.